Namaste, children. Now, coming to the next chapter, water, a precious resource. This is your project oriented chapter. Water is a natural resource that is very important for both plants and animals. Water exists in abundance on our planet Earth. Now, if you consider the total water content is 97.41%, that is occupied by seas and oceans, then 2.59% is fresh water. Now, in that 2.59%, 1.954% is glacier and ice caps, whereas groundwater is 0.592%. Now, 0.01 lakes. So, freshly available fresh water is from lakes, groundwater, this glacier and ice caps, this fresh water we are using only in the lakes 0.007% it is present, whereas in plants and animals 0.0001% and rivers also same, but water vapor is 0.01%, soil moisture is 0.05%. So this water percentage is since very less and it is very important. We need to conserve it. We need to store it. We need to use it judiciously. Now, what are the different forms of water? There are three different states of water, that is ice in the solid form, water in the liquid form, and water vapor is in the gaseous form. This is ice at 0 degrees centigrade, that is the water freezing point. This is water in the liquid form, that is melting point of ice. And even it will be maintaining a temperature of 0 to 100 degrees centigrade. And water changes into water vapor at 100 degree centigrade. What is water cycle? The continuous circulation of water in nature is called as water cycle. This water cycle undergoes four processes, that is evaporation from the sources, then condensation in the atmosphere, then precipitation, that is bumping of water droplets into water to form water drops, and then raining. In this way, going water from the earth surface into the atmosphere coming back to the earth is called as water cycle. It is a continuous process, so continuous circulation of water in nature is called as water cycle. What is evaporation? The conversion of liquid to vapor is called as evaporation, and the conversion of vapor to liquid is called condensation, and the falling down of water from the clouds is called as precipitation. Then coming to the transpiration of water which is taken up by the plants will be released into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. This water vapor, this is known as transpiration. So the loss of water in the form of water vapor through stomata by the plants is known as the process of transpiration. Then, what are the uses of water? Since our country is major occupation is agriculture, we need 70% of water is used for broadly for the agricultural activities. Then industrial needs 22% and domestic needs is 8%. Then agricultural use, how they are using water is used for irrigation purpose of the fields through canals, pipelines and drip irrigation. Nearly 60% of the Indian population depends upon agriculture for their living and uses nearly 90% of all water for irrigation. Now, what is the percentage of water present in different living organisms? In the trees, 60%, tomato 90%, elephant 80%, they need the water in these organisms which is present. Now, domestic use water is used for cooking, bathing, cleaning, etc. Water is supplied by the municipality or from wells or bore wells. municipal supply and sewage treatment. It's a water purification plant, the intake reservoir. From there, it is purified in purification plant and it will be given to the domestic purpose through pipelines or through canals. Through canals, the sewage treatment will be done and outflow of sewage water. Inflow and outflow is shown here in this picture. Then for the industrial use, water is used in the industries as it is a unique universal solvent. That means it will dissolve many substances in it. So a solvent is nothing but a substance. Any substance that can dissolve another substance in it is called as a solvent. It is also used as a coolant for in the industries for making electricity. See, coolant is a liquid that is used for cooling the machines. Now, what are the sources of water? Precipitation in the form of rain or snow provides fresh water to our planet Earth. Then most of the fresh water returns to the oceans through rivers flowing across the globe. The various sources of water can be divided into two main categories, that is surface water and underground water or subsoil water. The surface water is nothing but water present on the surface of the earth is called as surface water. It can be classified into these three. It can be classified into three: rainwater, river and lake water, sea and ocean water. This is the picture for the rainwater. This is river and lake water. The water in these water bodies comes either from rainfall or melting of snow, glaciers on the ocean water. Oceans are a huge store of water. Millions of liters of water is present in them, but the water is salty and is not fit for any domestic or agricultural or industrial use. Underground water or subsoil water. Groundwater is the water under the ground where the soil is completely filled or saturated with water. Rainwater seeps through the topsoil and layers of rocks like limestone, sand, and gravel and gets collected on the top of non-porous layers. The top level of this underground water is called as water table, and the stored water in between the rocks and layers of limestone, sand or gravel is called as an aquifer. Now, underground water or aquifer will be stored in between the rocks and it forms an aquifer. Dams. Now, coming to the scarcity of water. Scarcity of water is defined as a situation where there is insufficient water to satisfy normal requirements. Though water is a renewable resource, the factors of scarcity of water are increasing population, increasing industries, agricultural activities, deforestation. Water scarcity will result in insufficient plant growth, decreased food production, and famine. Some causes of water scarcity in India, some causes of water scarcity are uncontrolled use of borewell technology for extracting groundwater, pollution of freshwater resources, no effective measures for water conservation. Effects of water scarcity on plants. You must have seen potted plants wilting and ultimately drying up if they did not get water even for a few days. Plants need water to get nutrients from the soil to prepare their food. So just imagine the consequences if water is not available to plants. The effects of water scarcity on plants are stunted growth, decreased food production, etc. In conservation of water, we can conserve or save water by avoid wastage, repair leaking taps and water the plants through drip irrigation. Water saving given below, that is household can save water by promptly fixing leaks. Recycling of water is very important by improving the fields, rainwater harvesting, drip irrigation, etc.